Hey guys, what's up? George for TitleInflation.us. I'm out here at my local Caterpillar dealership, and these guys are in the news along with John Deere and AT&T. The passing of the healthcare legislation, as the Democrats are celebrating, some of these major corporations are seeing how this is going to hit their balance sheet. So they're taking non-cash charges now. This isn't happening in 2014. These are going to affect their stock valuations. These are going to affect their companies right now. Caterpillar behind me took a $100 million charge off. John Deere took a $150 million charge off. And AT&T took a whopping nuclear $1 billion non-cash charges. Now, what does that say? That basically says these companies are expecting this healthcare legislation to cream their balance sheets. I mean, this is huge numbers we're talking about. Just remember, this is just the beginning. These charge-offs only apply to what we call retiree obligations. This doesn't even encapsulate the entire cost of this healthcare legislation to Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 1000 companies. Instead of lowering taxes, instead of making incentives for large corporations to hire new people, what are we doing? We're adding more burden. We're adding more legislation, more rules and regulation to hamper businesses. And what are they doing? They're coming up with these $1 billion charge-offs. It's amazing. We've hired 17. The only good jobs that are going to be produced out of this thing is the IRS. I mean, they're going to hire 17,000 additional IRS agents to what? To go after you and me? So these companies, they're coming out with these non-cash charge-offs. How does Congress respond? How does government respond? This current administration is responding by threatening private businesses. They're doing congressional inquiries, calling these CEOs of these companies to come to Washington, D.C., answer questions, and we want to find out what's going on. One of my best friends came from Vietnam. In Southern California, there's a lot of Vietnamese that escaped communism in China. My friend's father owned a business in communist Vietnam, and he did very well. What happened? The government kept coming to his business, kept messing with his business. Finally, it drove him to a life of drinking. My best friend at 9 years old left that country, got onto a refugee boat, they sank the boat, he ended up in Malaysia to come to this country. How are we responding to businesses losing jobs, losing money? Government is doing the same thing that the communists did in Vietnam. They're calling these CEOs to Washington to investigate them, to basically put them in front of a congressional panel, telling them how to run their business. Give me a break. This is all coming from Henry Waxman. Take a look at these two letters that he's sending out to CEOs, telling CEOs how to run their business. Give me a break. Henry Waxman is one of the most liberal congressmen that you can imagine. He's from Los Angeles. The guy has never run a business that I know of. He's been in Congress since 1975, and he's going to tell Fortune 500 companies how to run their business? Give me a break. Mr. Waxman, why are you going around sending threatening letters to private corporations? What is the purpose of this? Do you think you're going to engender support from the private industry by sending threatening letters to corporate heads, to CEOs, saying, why are they doing this? Why are doing that? The fact that this is not being covered more in the news is amazing to me. I'm no friend of big corporations like AT&T, Caterpillar, John Deere. But when there is congressional investigations, when congressmen like Mr. Waxman are sending letters, threatening letters to CEOs, let's not kid ourselves. We know where this is going to end up. There's no way. Congress can't even balance the budget. Social Security is a mess. Medicare is a mess. Almost every government program is a mess. What makes them think they can go into private industry and tell them exactly what to do? How do they think this is going to engender support? One more nail in the coffin of U.S. business. Liberal Democrats, you need to get the hell out of private business right now. Peace out. George for TitleInflation.us.